Don't worry about that. Listen to the message. What is the message? Leave off religion. Chase down Christ and the Most High in truth and sincerity to live and never die. Notice, I did not mention to get rich or prosperity. It's about living and never dying. That's what it's about. To the Jew, then to the Gentile. It's about living and never dying. Come on.
1 Corinthians 1:22. For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom.
Check it out.
But we preach Christ crucified, unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greeks foolishness.
Right. Unto the Jew a stumbling block, unto the Greeks foolishness. Christ, the wisdom of the Most High. Everybody can't receive this. Not even our own people, they can't receive this. They were still looking for signs. They still looking for signs. How do you know Christ was the Messiah? Christ wasn't the Messiah. He was just a prophet like every other man. But that's your problem. That's your lack of faith. That's your lack of belief. And to the Greek, they said that mess is foolishness. Look at them brothers, them Negroes up there talking about they preaching in the Bible. They foolish, man. They ain't even go to seminary school. What is your you got a license? You know, they're not trying to hear this. Like I said, since the Renaissance, man, the Israelites been put on the bottom of the totem pole. So now that the Lord revived us and we stepping up, everybody's like, yo, who these jokers? Well, we know that things is jacked up in the earth. Things have been confounded, and the earth been confused in the earth. So now when we step up, everybody's looking at us like, what they doing? What they talking about? We're talking about Christ, man. We're talking about living and never dying. We're talking about being reconciled back to the Most High in truth and sincerity. Living and never dying. That's the message. Be reconciled back to the Most High so you can obtain life everlasting. Not riches. Not riches. Come on.
1 Corinthians 1:26. Excuse me. 1 Corinthians 1:24. But unto them which are called both Jews and Greeks, Christ, the power of the Most High, and the wisdom of the Most High.
That's our message. Christ is the power of the Most High and the wisdom of the Most High. So be reconciled back into the Most High through Christ, who is the power of the Most High and the wisdom of the Most High. Through this word. Come on.
25. Because the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men, and the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble or called.
Check this out.
But the Most High had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
The foolish things of the world. Yeah, me. Hannah. And the other brothers used to come up with the foolishness. Us brothers that was running around in the world and the madness that you know us for them things. But we don't denounce them things. We don't denounce all the hidden things of dishonesty. We don't denounce them. Now we're running after Christ and truth and sincerity. Now we're running after Christ and truth and sincerity. Now we've been made ministers of reconciliation to the Most High. Ministers. So we're going to get up and we're going to blow this word out. Week in, week out. On the internet. Going to see whomever we have to see. Doing whatever we have to do to put this word out there, because we know it's a forest out there. Lies. And our people, the nation of Israel, right here, is caught up in them. They're caught up in the madness. Man, it's bad. It's bad. And it moves us. The Lord said, my people die from lack of knowledge. And He said, he that increases in wisdom increases in sorrows. Why? Because I can see now. The veil is taken off my eyes. And I can see. You ever notice, like, you know, it's a beautiful thing. How do you think a blind person would feel if his sight was restored unto him? That's how I feel. Because it's like, it's a beautiful thing, but at the same time it hurts, because I can see and I feel good about what I can see now. But it hurts about what I see. It hurts about what I see. And I see all my people hoard up in these churches being lied to. Being lied to. And it hurts. But I can see it. It's a beautiful thing that I can see that this man is lying. But what about the other 1,000 that can't see? But they look at me as if I'm foolish. They're not trying to hear me because they're so corrupted in this lie. They're so caught up in this lie. Come on, do that.
1 Corinthians 1:26. Excuse me, 1:27. But the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Praise the Lord. Come on.
And base things of the world, and things which are despised, has the Most High chosen, Yea, and the things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
So he chose me to bring to naught things that are. All the principalities, all those that are in high places, all those that are in spiritual high places, to bring them to naught because they're liars, man. And they're deceiving our people. And these people must be brought down. It ain't that I got any power to go to war and with the government or go to war in the courts with these lawyers to tell them to stop, with these liars, with these ministers and these preachers to tell them to stop lying. I don't have that power. Only power I got to do is expose them. Only power I have is the power to expose them to the foolishness of preaching. To the foolishness of preaching. That's the power I have. And that's what I'm going to do. Because I've been anointed a minister of the Most High for reconciliation. That's my sole purpose in the earth today. I go to work, I got a family, I'm a husband, I'm a father, but my sole purpose is to reconcile brothers and sisters back into the Most High through preaching. And that's what it's all about. Come on. Go back to 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter.
1 Corinthians. What verse? 1 Corinthians 9.
Read it from 22 again.
1 Corinthians 9 and 22. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak.
Right. The weak, the brothers and sisters out there that don't have no strength, man. I'm not talking about they can't get up and physically walk. I'm talking about no strength to discern between the spirits that are in the earth, the righteous and the wicked spirit that is in the earth. They're so caught up, they're down and out, and they're in these ruts, and they don't know how to get through, man. They don't know how to get through. It's through faith, man. It's through faith. And I'm not talking about putting faith in man. I'm talking about putting faith in the Most High through Christ. In all things. All you got to do is have that faith that the Most High is going to work it out, and at the end, all things is going to be okay. It don't matter if you put out in the street. It don't matter if you lose your job. It just don't matter. Don't turn your back on the Most High. There's brothers on this side that'll fight that fight with you, that'll run that race with you. We right here. We ain't going nowhere. We've been here. We've been here. Read on.
1 Corinthians 9 and 22, to the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I have made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some.
Right, praise the Lord. And this brother walked up to me the other day, brother of mine, he's out in the street, he gets drunk, he gets high and all that. And he's a cool dude, man. From the day that I was running the street, he always been cool. We always had this, this friendship, He get high on crack, he's there. But he got a little wit with him. So he seen me a couple months ago and he said, I just wanted to thank you, man, for never calling me a basehead or a crackhead and none of them things. I said, that's no biggie. You ain't got to thank me for that, man. Because I know that thing is a revolving door. So just as I was the one over that side selling crack and doing them things, and he was the one receiving and getting high, I know that door is a revolving door. Next day, that could have been me on the other side smoking the crack. So why would I go and call a man out his name? You a